What's up? Happy Tuesday, everybody. What's going on? Um, hey, Ginger, how you doing? And Taran from my staff. I had a lot of stuff going on my house, so I had to come back out here to the gazebo, and hopefully I'm having great reception, everybody. So today, let me, I'm getting old. I keep forgetting. Let me pin this thing. All right, so I am having power talks today with my partners from Aquabot and Billie Jean Shaw, who is an absolute genius when it comes to marketing. So you're going to learn from two people. One about pivoting way before this happened, pivoting your business. They came on the Shark Tank, and then you're also going to learn about marketing from Billie Jean, who was a contributor to my book Powership. Oh, by the way, you know what? Last night is funny. Last night I was sitting out by the fireplace. I was listening to all the old house music. I was thinking about all those things, and I was playing some song. And a couple of people, I played a song called French Kiss. Anybody know French Kiss? Please put your thumbs up if you know the song French Kiss, and I'll tell you a little funny story behind it. If you know the song French Kiss, you probably was showing your age. I think it came out around 89. So if you knew the song, you were in the club. So you were somewhere between the age right now of 48 to... All right. Oh, everybody know. A lot of people know French Kiss. All right. Well, anyway, when I was playing last night, one of my buddies called me this morning. Oh, I think it was actually last night. And he said, "Are you sure you want to have French Kiss playing on your thing?" And I'm like, "Why?" And here's how the song, let me see. That's how French Kiss goes. And then the beat comes in, but the moaning is for a long time, and then the beat speeds up, right? And my foot's tapping, and people are thinking that maybe me and my wife are having doing a little horizontal mambo, and that she's in the background. All right, well, you goddamn perverts! It's not like that. Actually, French Kiss, I remember I was playing it for a younger gentleman. He was probably about 25 years old. We were in the studio, and I was playing the song. And I was like, yo. He was like, people in the club listening. I was like, the hardest dudes in New York used to be in there like this in the club. Doo, 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 with that joint going. And it was just such a good time. So for all you who think I was being a perv, I was not. Anyway. That's the story. Check out French Kiss if you want, and usually I do on my Power Shift Your Week. I do music that motivates us. That music just reminds me of a very special time in my life. I was around 20 years old. I was just really coming into trying to think I was a man and going out there and in the clubs and just remind me of a special time. But if you ever want, check out that song French Kiss. It is a cool song. But let me tell you who sampled that song while we're at it. In the Closet, The Vow by Michael Jackson was sampled that song. Custom Made, Give It To You by Little Kim. She sampled that song. Send to Robin Immediately by Robin, whoever that is. Quickie by Ghetto Boys. You'll Never Stop Loving You by Sonya. Belovedlavibo. I don't know who that is. Obsession. Let me see. Another Monster Jam. Who else? Simon Harris. And who else? Who on here you may know? Naughty by Naughty did that, and a whole bunch of other people. All right, so anyway, that's French Kiss. All right, but now I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to bring on here. Let me see if my boy Avin is here so we can all learn from it. From my boy Avin, who was on Shark Tank, who is one of my most successful entrepreneurs. And Avin is not just by himself. There's two other partners. All right, come on, Av. What's up, brother?
What's up, D? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just trying to make sure people don't taint me with the pervert brush these days. How you doing?
French Kiss is a good jam. Old school.
It, it is. It is. It is. So, I'm gonna hop right into it. You're freezing a little bit, and that's probably you or me. George, is that me freezing? Huh? I'm good. All right, Ab, you're freezing a little bit, but okay, let's just jump right into it. All right, you come on the Shark Tank. What season was that?
Season 6.
Season 6. Hold on. He's freezing. Is that him or me? It looks good on you? All right, so I think it's me. All right, so season 6, you come on there and you present with your 2 other partners. Well, my 2 other partners now as well. Aquabot, it is, you have one in front of you or no?
It's freezing here. Hold on.
George, we're freezing over here. Sorry about that, Av. Give me 1 second.
Worries.
Let me try to adjust this. Is that any better? No.
It looks like it's buffering on your end. Yeah, it's a little better.
It's a little better? Better now, George? I took off the Wi-Fi. Is it better now, Al?
Yeah.
Do I need to move closer to the router? All right, Al, we're going to go into it, man. If you start pausing again, I'm going to move closer to the router, okay?
Okay, you got it.
All right, you just pause. Fuck it. Let me move closer to the router.
I'm going to go grab a ball.
Closer to the router. I'm going to be out in the hot sun. All right, go grab a ball. All right, sorry, everybody. You know, this is how it goes. Trying to work things out here. All right. Okay. So let me grab a chair real quick. Grab it, my hands. All right, this seems to be much better, much clearer because I'm right next to the damn router. In a minute, I'm going to get in there with the router.
Perfect.
All right. How is that?
Much better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, man. I'm tired of wasting everybody's time here with me with my goddamn router. All right, so the pervert with the bad router. All right, so all right, Av, you go on to Shark Tank season 6, right?
Right.
All right. You come up with alcohol, and how you know when you went onto the tank and we did the deal. I know that we did several updates throughout the time that you did the deal, but you had to pivot the business in various different ways. Can you tell me some of the pivots? And you have an alcohol right there. Can you show people the alcohol?
I do. So this is one that we did for Carnival, actually. So this is our original product. We created this stuff stolen at a hotel pool in Miami. We thought there should be stuff that you can lock up your stuff to go for a swim. So this was our initial product that we pitched. It's solely for commercial use. You know, we targeted hotels, resorts, cruise ships, you know, theme parks. People were saying, I had the best time using my vault on my trip. You know, I had great peace of mind. You should create something that, you know, for the consumer that you could take on your travels with you, more of a retail item. So we kind of pivoted and created the FlexSafe, which functions as the same type of patent. It locks over the framework of the chair, but this thing's super small, as you can see. You could put it to date. And, you know, it's sold all over retailers, hotel gift shops, airport gift shops, and online.
Now, way before COVID, you had to tell us really quickly all the challenges that you had when having to shift and power shift basically, because I know you had to power shift from manufacturing, you had to power shift who your customer was, power shift how are you going to target. Just tell us the bumps that you and your 2 partners had during the course of the time.
You know, we had no experience doing any of this stuff. We were all in banking and other, you know, contracting. So it was really, you know, it was all new to us. So we kind of did this all ourselves. We said, let's create this thing. We started with 3D printing. We started how to learn how to do that. And we had to find our own manufacturer. So that alone was challenging, just creating prototypes. We tried to rush to get to the market quickly, which, you know, in the end, we wish we took a little bit more time with our first product to kind of perfect it. But, you know, we pivoted and created it. So we took the time to really make this thing the best thing there is. And I think that's what, that challenge in itself, and also just, housing inventory, shipping, especially with tariffs now. We're talking about, shipping, and it's just a lot of, new things for for someone who's never done this before. But now that we've kind of got a grips on it, it's really, everything's going really well for us.
But why did you stick with it for 5 years? Three partners. You guys have kids and families. You left finance. Why would you stick with that for 5 years? Because you didn't hop out of the gate making enough money to even pay for one of you guys' salaries. Why would
Right.
you stick with it for that period of time? And how did you stick through there with two partners? And how did you stay partners?
Well, we stick with because people are just so satisfied with the product. It really makes us happy when people say this truly changed their lives when they use it and the way they vacation. And it's just something that we all went through. We had our stuff stolen, and we thought there should be something that is invented for this issue. And I've been traveling since I was a kid. Mom always had to stay back and watch everything. This is just an ongoing issue that has happened forever. I mean, I think anyone who's traveled has experienced at one point, where do I put my stuff? And we thought we were onto something when we thought that there was no patent around and we were the only ones that could do this. And our job's always going to be there. Anytime we want, we could go back. And yes, of course, we're making a lot less than we were, but it's just the joy that we get from creating something new that's ours, and we see such joy of people get using it. I think that's what keeps us going.
I think that's a good point. I mean, you guys came from finance. You guys know that you can go back there, but while you're young, or I mean, while you have the energy, while things are coming around, you guys have said, you know what? Let's take on this opportunity right now. Let's set a goal. And our worst scenario is we leave everything on the field and we go back to the careers. But at least we won't be going through a career always wondering what if, how could it have been if we had just applied ourselves. So I think that that's something that a lot of people can learn from. But when we first started working with each other, you guys as well as me, I mean, I how much of social online conversion that I really know is 6 years ago
Mhm.
or 5 years ago, and the same as you. How did you figure that out? Because now I know that you sell a lot online.
Yeah, so we had no experience online again. We were doing fractional numbers to now doing six figures, high six figures a month easy on our website. We learned by, just targeting and testing, and there's so many different marketing companies that just are vultures. They'll reach out to you, seeing you've been on Shark Tank. They try to claim to be able to do X and Y. We unfortunately gave some money to a few different companies to try things out, because in the end that wasn't our space. We decided, you know what, let's just take the time to do this ourselves. We watched a ton of YouTube videos. We learned a lot from some of the pros out there who have very successful e-com stores. And we started testing and throwing money at the ads and what worked. And now that we have a secret sauce where we do a lot of bundles, we do a lot of upsells, one-click upsells and bundles. And we have a lot of blogs that, you're traveling, things to bring on your trip, the top 10 essentials, or what to look out for on travel. And we kind of just bake our product into all these things organically. And having some travel influencers also using the product helps. But the online game is, that is the future, especially right now. I mean, if we didn't have that right now during these times, we'd be in some trouble. So
Yeah, I can imagine that. Now, have you had the game even while you were online? Has it changed? I know Facebook started to govern and or change their algorithms. Did you move to the TikToks and the Instagrams? Like, how did you start to find out and not just depend on one area?
we do use all platforms. Funny enough, Pinterest is a really good conversion for us because people pin what they want to take on their travels, whether it's this new bathing suit cover up and their new aquabot. So Pinterest is a sleeper pick for us. It's been very, very good. Facebook is still the dominant one. It's highest conversions. They're the behemoth out there. There's no one that can touch them because they push to Instagram. We're not too big on TikTok yet. We have started to test it, but we don't have some real data on that yet. But Facebook is definitely our primary marketing.
I never thought about that. I mean, all this stuff we talk about, I don't hear Pinterest being brought up a lot, but you basically said that people, when they're going on their trips and various other things, pin the things that they like, and it's kind of like their
Yeah.
shopping list. All
Correct. So
right,
it's
so
like, hey,
that
my Euro trip, I definitely want this passport holder. I want this bathing suit cover up. And hey, I actually could use this thing for the beach. And it's pretty cheap to advertise on there. We've seen some really good returns.
All right, my last question, because I know that we're getting frozen, is what is the most recent power shift, and the way that you guys had to pivot due to obviously where we're at right now?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is we were primarily beach and pool safes and swimming pool and travel. We kind of pivoted and created some products that are not solely travel based, but more we're trying to evolve into a travel security company and almost a personal security company. This is our newest product. It's a fingerprint lock. What separates us from any other product is this particular cable can be replaced with 5 different cables. So it can lock up your bike, it can lock up your skis, it can lock up your storage locker based on thickness, your luggage. So this has been a huge seller for us, especially during this pandemic. Locker cabinets in households, people are spending a lot more time at home. This has been a tremendous, selling point for us. And now that we're just starting to create more security items, not so much just if we were heavily focused on hotels, we'd be in trouble right now, especially. So thankfully, we did kind of move away a little bit from solely focusing on just that rental commercial model, and we created more retail and online items to kind of help us during these difficult times. No one knows when we're all going to open back up and when people are going to feel comfortable to go to the hotel again and sit by the pool. So we're hoping that sooner than later, but thankfully we've kind of have these other products to get us through then until then.
And let me ask you one last question. So your name is Aquavault, but you've obviously moved away from the beach, not away permanently, but you've even gone into other areas where you guys can have that fingerprint thing where, and I'm sure the cable can be longer or shorter or thicker, right?
Or thicker, yeah.
Will people still find you under Aquavault, or will you change it under a more encompassing name because you don't think about water necessarily all the time
Right.
when you're thinking about locking stuff up on your wheelchair or your bicycle or, your dorm room?
It's definitely something that we've talked about a lot. I mean, Aquavault is just the company name. It's the brand name. It's the Shark Tank name. It's the name everyone associates us with. So we definitely try to keep at least a little Aquavault logo in every product somewhere on the back. But in terms of product names, we try to definitely do different names. We have Flex Safe for our flexible safe. This is our Flex Lock. We have the waterproof phone case, which is our Aqua Safe. So we do try to name different things, but overall the company name is Aquavault. So we always try to at least have the logo on there at some point.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that you have to. I mean, a lot of people don't
Yeah.
realize Sony started off as rice cookers.
Really? I
And
didn't know
now
that.
Sony is everything
Yeah.
from movies to camera to programming, right? So they started off simply as
Interesting.
rice
Okay.
cookers. Man, thank you, Ab. I
You got
appreciate
it,
it. I'm
man.
sorry about the freezing and everything, but
It's all good.
be good, man, and we'll be seeing each other soon.
You too. All
Take
right.
care of
Stay safe,
those
man.
babies. All
All
right.
right. See ya. I will.
Later.
Bye.
All right, there you go. That is my boy Avin. I'm not sure if he was having some kind of Wi-Fi issues or I am, but we're going to find out in a minute because I'm going to bring on here Billie Jean Shaw or Billie Shaw Jean or Billie Jean King. I got two of them in my book. I got Billie Jean King and Billie Jean in my book Powership, and I'm dyslexic, so I definitely throw them back and forth. But I'm going to bring him on right now, and you're going to about to learn some real good stuff. Let me bring on Billie Jean real quick. Well, yeah, Billy, looking for you, Billy. Yo, Billy. Hey, yo, Billy. Let me see. I don't see him yet. All right, looking for Billie Jean. Anybody seen Billy? Anybody seen Billy? All right, you know what? In between that, I'm going to bring on somebody else then. Let's see who else we got here. See if I can bring on somebody else. If you want me to bring you on in between waiting for Billy, just give me a request really quick. Somebody said, Cavall, I already said, am I a fan of tennis? I'm on the actual board of the United States Tennis Association, everybody. I'm looking for Billy. All right, let me find somebody. Let me put on this guy right here. What's
Hey,
up, man?
Daymond.
How you doing?
Good. How are you? This is
Uh,
so shocking.
well, you requested me. What
How
happened?
you doing?
I'm good. You got any good questions and or suggestions or advice for some of the people watching right now?
Well, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
As a shark on, Shark Tank, how are you managing with all the companies and businesses right now with the economy? How has it, been?
Yeah.
Um,
So I think that's a really great question. Half the businesses are going through challenging times and they don't know if they'll get out of it. And I say I'll cut that half into half, and half will die or reset, and the other half will, like aquabot, they'll aquabot and the sun stashes. They will make it through and find ways to pivot. I've shared with all of the companies, inclusive of myself, when the PPP came out, if the CEOs were and the founders were well enough financially in their lives to not take it for themselves, but to still get if they were negatively affected, give it to their staff alone, because at the end of the day, all the workers have paid their payroll taxes and paid their taxes. That's what it was for. And hopefully that can bridge them for 3 to 4 months while they try to pivot. Other companies like Bombas and other ones who were um, already very heavy online are doing absolutely amazing. People who are making housing products, products for houses. And believe it or not, some of the companies that were struggling now are doing really great. I'll give you an example. There's one company called Moves. They're a footwear company. They came on last season. And right now I'm in the middle of closing a lot of the deals or not closing the deal because, if I went into a season and all of a sudden we go into COVID, I have no idea where you're going with your business. But Moves has a shoe that you take off the sole when you walk in the house. Now, my wife does not want me to walk in the house with shoes on.
right.
Business was doing okay, and they were just figuring themselves out. COVID hits, and you know what happens? Companies that send people to your house to install things, now large companies want to do deals with them because they want their workers to walk in the house due to COVID, take off the soles of their shoes, and for you to feel safe. So I'm seeing such amazing things happening, as well as other people falling by the wayside.
I can imagine that. I have been watching a lot of Shark Tank, it beyond a lot of reruns, and I just think about some of those products and entrepreneurs that some of them I can say to myself, oh, they're probably doing okay right now, and some of them I'm probably thinking to myself, wow, that's probably a tough business to be having right now. So I guess a follow-up question would be, has there been one particular type of, this is a general question, business or product that you've seen do particularly well in this type of climate and situation, say clothing or farm household products are doing, really well versus, other types of things that are not, any particular distinction there that you've seen
Yeah,
personally?
yeah. So um, these are good questions. Household household products have been doing extremely well. Anything household, whether one of my friends is a dealer for Yeti. The coolers.
Yes.
I mean, look how many Yetis I got right here. I mean, I got Yetis there, Yetis there. He's a dealer for Yeti. And he said and he just opened a dealership, and he said, well, not a whole dealership, a provider. Let's say he has something like a Lowe's. He said, Yeti said to them, "You're a dealer, you're authorized, but I cannot get you any new Yetis to sell for the next almost 2 years." That's how long Yeti is. The waiting list is to manufacture Yeti. The same with Weber grills and things of that nature. So anybody having a household product right now is doing extremely well. Now, where is this information that you and I can benefit off of? Um, People online are going to be able to move goods. If anybody has ordered stuff, like I ordered an outside little fireplace, and I ordered outside lights. I haven't gotten those for 3-4 months. But if you right now are watching, you and I having this conversation, if you know the little local hardware stores or local places that depended on foot traffic and they're no longer necessarily open or having a hard time, you can go over to them and say, hey, I understand social media, or let me help you online and let me split the profits. Give me 20% of what I sell, because there's a lot of mom and pop shops who maybe that person was in business for the last 40 years and they never realized that this was going to happen. So, you can do that with a lot of different products and stuff out there. So I would suggest do that. Now, here's where I'm seeing that are suffering: clothing and things like that, because people are nesting right now. They're not going out. So who the hell needs a new suit? Half the time I do my broadcast, I got my suit jacket on, a shirt, and I'm in shorts, because you don't need to see the rest of me. Right. So anything that people are using externally outside, meaning like they would have normally went to restaurants or dressed up, and it's not working as well. Also, what's fascinating to me, and I'm going to give you this one last point and then I'm going to hop off, is that usually in a recession and a depression, makeup becomes a very high seller, right? And traditionally, when we were going into this, if you were somebody selling makeup, why? Because women often want to feel good about themselves, or they're getting back into the workforce, or they want to feel more attractive. Maybe they have said, hey, I'm living with this bum and he's not doing anything. I got to go out there and meet a new man because I'm worth more than that, and I'm bringing money in. But believe it or not, that is one of the areas that are not doing as well as before. So I wish I could say that there's a formula to everything that happens, but in this time, it's really, really weird.
I understand that. Thank you so much.
All right, I really appreciate those questions, and I really appreciate those questions. And I got Billie Jean Marketing right here. I'm going to bring him on right now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Really good question from Honey. You see that? Didn't know that he was going to speak to me, and I'm trying to get Billie Jean. Billie, sweet, stay still. There you go. Go live with it. Hunter did not know I was going to ping him. I was ready with the questions.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Where are you? I think I see you. Wait a minute. That's me.
Am I
We both
frozen?
look similar. Hold on. It's connected. Connecting. Hold on.
Come on.
I'm trying, man.
You
Come on.
know what I can do is I'll go out and then bring me in again, and let's see if the video comes back.
All right. All right. So let me, how do I, okay, cancel.
So
I'm going to cancel you.
I'll hit the X and then we'll do the request again.
Okay. Love you too much. All right. Billie Jean's playing hard to get. Come on, Billy. There you go. Bang. Bang.
You see it?
It says connecting, man, but I mean, we are having a.
We can hit the audio. We'll just have that weird freeze frame of my face and just go audio.
All right, why don't we just go audio? You know what? Because anyway, the knowledge that's in your brain is more important right now than seeing your face. So I appreciate you coming on, Billy. I'm gonna have a lot of people on here who have a lot of probably great questions for you. You're in my book. Tell me. All right, so you're a master in marketing, and you have so much good content out there, and everybody can hit you. Obviously they see your Billie Jean is marketing, but tell me what you're seeing now when it's coming to people pivoting and using social media to get their brand out there.
And I'd say the biggest thing that changed, is the messaging. For us, we're.
Oh man, I totally lost you. This sucks. This sucks, man. This is bad. This is good and terrible. I'm gonna try to find you again, man. And I hope you're not rambling and running off with a whole bunch of great information and right now. This is uncomfortable.
Here we go. Okay, so I'm frozen, but I could be heard though at least. We good.
Right, but I can't even see you. Is it your connection or is it mine? Are you in your office?
I'm in my office, and we did a sound check on my other account right before. It was smooth, so Instagram just may be tripping. So we roll with the punches, but at
All
least
right.
the audio is good.
Okay, cool. All right. So right now you said, all right, before you got cut off, you were basically saying the messaging right now has changed. Explain
Yeah.
that to me.
So for example, go back 4 months ago, 5 months ago, we were doing well because we teach people how to advertise. So our whole messaging was, hey, if you want to grow, if you want to scale, then you need to advertise. If you want to go beyond of just small business, you want to go.
Billy. Hey, George. I think we lost Billy. I think it's our reception or his. I mean, he's in his office. He's wired to the T. All right, everybody. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try one last time, and after that, I'm not gonna torture you anymore with this. We're gonna set up another time, maybe even tomorrow when I'm with Billy, when I can contact Billy from my other location. But mine is coming through right now, right? It's choppy. It's on the phone. I feel like I. All right, we're gonna try one more time, Billy. I like what working with John Kim said, but don't use that word, man. It's not good for us, right? All right, Billy. He said we talk about marketing in the woods. we social distancing on social media. All right, I'm trying to bring Billy in, and it's not working. I had such a good. I had such a great. You know what? All right, I'm gonna. Hey, Billy. We are going to talk at another time. I'm going to bring one more person in here. If you want me to pull you in, or go ahead right now and request me. And Billy, you and I are going to get together at another time because I don't want to keep torturing people. I feel bad for them. Let me see here. All right, let me pull somebody else in. Whoever requested me. I want to get a female in here to see if females. Oh wait a minute. You know what? I got somebody. Let me see my man Mike Watts. Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's happening, B?
Hey, so is it? I guess my stuff is working. All right, Mike, what's going on? I'm replaced you instead of Billy because I'll get to Billy tomorrow, or Billy and I'll get together. How you doing, man?
Doing great, doing great. Yeah, I don't think I live up to Billy's level, but I'll do the best I can.
Nah, great. So you're in Houston right now, all right?
That's right.
All right. How's it going out there with people? I know it. Listen, depending on what news you watch, right? You watch Fox, there's nothing going on out there, and you watch CNN, everybody's dead. So I'm not sure what's going on. So how is the environment out there, and what's up?
There's a lot, just in my personal network, there's a lot more people that you're hearing, my mom, my aunt, my cousin, has coronavirus. So it's
They have
definitely,
it?
yeah, like there's several people, like friends of friends that actually
Yeah.
have it, confirmed cases. Most of them are pretty light symptoms, not so bad. But we pray for them. It's definitely a spike going on here. It's not created or fabricated, I don't think. So
Do you believe that it is because people are making masks a political issue and they're saying don't wear them because for some reason or another it takes away your freedom, the same way that I guess you can't smoke indoors either. I guess that's taking away your freedom, or you're wearing a seatbelt and it's constraining you. That's taking away your freedom. Do you believe that that's what's going on, or is it just not that serious? I mean, meaning it could be a spike, but not that many people are dying. I'm just trying to get your insight. I know you live in a very particular state, and you and I, whether we agree to disagree or not, we can still have an educated conversation.
sure, yeah, no, it's honestly, I really can't even weigh in on that. Like I'm so focused. I just work constantly, and I'm just getting my head to the grindstone. Now my team, we have 26 people at work. We all wear face masks. We socially distance. I got, I use the love handle. I got the sanitizer stations all over the office, and we're constantly reminding everybody to do the best we can. And we've avoided, and then we've had some situations where people like my mom got COVID, and I live in the same house with her, and so we have to then let them quarantine for a while, and then we'll pay to go get them tested, and just having to navigate it as an entrepreneur is a challenge. And regarding the mask though, everybody seems to be no problem wearing the mask.
Good.
We're a little if you're sitting at your desk and it's just you there and it's your space, people kind of get to do what they want. But if they're going to be crossing paths with one another or at the store, everybody has a mask on. I think that there's a lot of opinionated people that are getting media time out there, and they're just inciting a lot of drama, but nobody I know is really anti-mask.
Good. All right. So I'm going to make one more last statement about that, and we'll move on to talking about business where other people can learn from it. I mean, just the bottom line is, I happen to know, I knew 8 people that passed from it, and I know another 30 people that are mourning the passing of family or friends. So it's very serious. Please wear your mask, and I also believe you should wear some kind of eye protection because, as I said before, you get it in your mouth, it can wash down, and the acids could obviously kill it. And obviously, your nose, you have mucus and hairs, but your eyes are just straight open. And I know 2 people who went to a store, they didn't touch anything. They only went out twice over the course of 2 months, and they both caught it. So just be very careful. And, why masks is so important to me is because the evidence is there. Japan is a culture of masks. They have 1/3 of the United States population, 120 million people. And less than 800 people died from COVID, right? And we are at 130 or 140,000 people. Right. Anyway, that's the point, right? So now, the way that you and I know each other, we are, we work with each other, and on this beautiful product right here that has saved me from carpet tunnel. It's called Love Handles. Is this new one out right now or no?
No, but you can debut it.
You want me to show it to them?
All protected.
All right, So it's called Love Handle, right? And unlike Pop Socket, where you try to stick it in your front pocket, it's flat, right? And it'll stick in your front pocket without the bulge there. And if you want to set it up, your phone, set it up like this. Plus, it is also magnetic inside, and you can stick it to things. I stick it on my shifter on my car, on various different areas, and you can also get them custom made, so you can use your logo. So whoever has a brand out there, if you get your brand name here and then you send it to all your customers, first of all, you get addicted by it because when you're walking, carpet tunnel not only is because of you typing, it's because your hand is in this position all the time. Right. So that is one part of the carpet tunnel. But when you're walking and you're swinging it like this, it's no problem. But imagine if you send to all of your customers one of these things and it has your name. Every time they take a selfie, bang, it's right here whenever it's laying on the table. And they say that you touch your phone or you go to your phone about 170 times a day. It will just keep reinforcing to them who you are. So tell me about Love Handles and how you pivoted. Of course, like everybody else with COVID and your factories and everything else, we had talked, I think, about 3 months ago when it hit. Tell me about what's going on with you. How did you pivot? Where you're at today, and any suggestions you can give to the amazing entrepreneurs watching us. Besides telling Billy Jean he needs a better Wi-Fi.
Yeah, fix that Wi-Fi, Billy. It was hard. We got quarantined. We had to send everybody home. We all got a crash course in working remotely, which really turned out to be a good thing because it forced me to really look at our systems and our processes and how we communicate, how we hold people accountable, and really what are the core activities that we have. And I think we became a better organization through it because we just communicate digitally more, and We're just more efficient. Instead of just walking up and interrupting somebody's work, we'll send them a message on Slack and then completely do stuff without interrupting their flow states.
So Slack is something you're using these days?
Yeah, we live and die by Slack. And
Why? My team may be on Slack as well. Sometimes I don't know about it. Why everybody knows about Zoom, right? What is Slack and why do you use it? And why is it proficient for you?
Well, it's because we can group everything by work groups, right? So if you're in my art design team, then you need to know when somebody goes to my website and places an order for 1,000 with their company logo on it, I want that team to be alerted by it. So we set up automation from our website to alert them, and then they can communicate on that channel regarding those specific topics. Plus it saves everything. So if somebody shares a file on there, now that's searchable. So I can go back in and search for any PDF or any graphic or logo or whatever I'm looking for. It's all saved there. But there's a lot of accountability that comes with it. And it took a little while. In fact, this last week, I finally got my entire team of 26 onto Slack, and I had to create a contest where anybody that joined it and then submitted their name on there would get $100 on their next paycheck. But that worked. And so now, I was trying to prepare for maybe a re-quarantine.
Wait a minute. You gave people an extra $100 for doing their job?
Well, yeah, I did.
Don't you think that's spoiling people? Because then every single time, it's like when you give a kid, something more for doing their chores. Let me not say that employees are kids, right? But why would you give somebody extra money for going into a system that you are starting to implement? Because I would basically look at everybody, and the people who aren't on Slack, I would start to say, you're slacking, and I would put a mental check mark in my mind that this person does not want to change with the time, so they're a weak link.
Well, yeah, but if you think about it, we're unique because half of my company is manufacturing and the other half is sales, marketing, and operation. And so some of my manufacturing team doesn't even have a modern smartphone at all. And so for them, I needed a way to get them to be able to access it. So they were able to get the phone and then go out and connect to Slack. So now I've got the ability to communicate with them if we do have to all of a sudden quarantine or something like that. So it's an asset to me. I may have been looking for a way to reward my team anyway, right? But it was a win-win. And now on one channel from one communication, I can send a message to my entire team. It's completely private, just to our group. And then if we want to have offline conversations instead of burning up my text messages, then it's just a direct way to communicate there between employees and also private.
All right. So anybody here who knows Slack, or likes it, put a thumbs up. If you don't like it, put a thumbs down. I want to know. And my phone's about to die, but I got another question for you, man. This is not new to you. This pivoting is not new. Wasn't it last year or 2 years ago you got hit with the hurricane?
Yeah, we were.
What hurricane was that again? What hurricane was that again?
That was Harvey.
Hurricane Harvey, and it affected you. It affected your business, I'm sure, and you pivoted from there. So that's what real entrepreneurs do. Like I keep telling people, whether it's planes crashing into buildings, or hurricanes coming, or COVID, or like I keep saying, or Kanye going crazy because he's going to be our new president, or next year, like I told everybody, aliens are going to land. They're going to eat all of our left legs and just let us go, kind of like stone crabs. You know how they take just one of the claws from the stone crab and let them go so they can grow it back.
Yep.
What's the mentality of power shifting? Why don't you just give up sometime, Mike? I mean, you're a very smart guy. You can do many other things. Why don't you just give up?
Well, that wouldn't be any fun, for one. And I figured out over the years, I'm 3 startups, 3 consecutive multi-million-dollar startups. But the common factor is that I'm willing, there's no negative, right? It's just things that happen. And some people might see it as negative. I can only affect the things I can control in front of me. So when something happens, I can either lay around and grovel and feel sorry for myself, which just seems like a big fat waste of time, or I can do something about it and do it quicker than my competition that might actually be sitting there groveling, and try to find the silver lining in any opportunity. There's an opportunity in everything. When COVID happened, we have domestic manufacturers because we make all our products here. So you don't even know this, but we started making face shields, and we started, providing face shields, mostly donating locally, because it was just something that we could do. And now we've kind of gotten back away from that and back to our core business and developing and innovating and things like that. But it's just all about perspective. It's all about looking and finding the opportunity in the tragedy and, just pushing through and having a good attitude about it.
Well, I love it, man. There's no better way to say it. So anybody and everybody, please check this. I mean, this is like when I send it to people, when I finally see them, and these things, they stay like this probably they can stay tight like this for about a year, 2 years or something like that. But when I see people that I've given one of these to 5 years ago, I mean, they have this thing so stretched out, it looks like dude's underwear elastic, because dudes never buy new underwear. Last time I bought new underwear when Elvis performed in Hawaii. So the elastic is all over the place. But all joking aside, thank you so much, Mike. Thank you for giving us some insight and on pivoting. And obviously, man, we'll be talking soon, brother.
Okay, thanks for having me
All
on,
right.
Dave. Appreciate it. God
You
bless.
got it. All right, so I'm gonna get Billie Jean on another time. Because my phone is also dying, but I don't think that I want his information to be choppy and stuff like that. Or I think visually, it's great to see him because he's a great presenter. He's a public speaker. He's a motivational person. And oh, by the way, somebody said, "What's this called?" This is called Love Handles. Love Handles. But so thank you all for joining in. You see, I've been trying to pivot. I got Avin on there, and then of course we had that other young man Hunter on there. We got Mike on there. 3 totally different conversations, but hopefully you learned from that. Go check out Slack. I think my team is on Slack. Maybe I need to check out Slack myself. Go check out French Kiss. The song is a really groovy song, and I will see you probably next week, Mondays. Remember, I do Powership Your Week at 1 o'clock, and I do my Powership Talks like I'm doing now at 1 o'clock on Tuesdays. But maybe I'm going to do a nice one where I'm out at night and just chilling out, and let's talk about some music and some fun things where you can cut your brain off and not have to worry about writing down notes. We will bring Billy back, maybe even this week. But if not this week, next week, because the man is busy as well, so I can't guarantee that I can